What is up, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? That's you, right? You're here. That means you, well, hopefully, you like Clash of Clans. So yes, we're talking about mass minions today. Nothing but minions. And is it the best attack in the world? Of course it's not, but it's not bad. I mean, it depends upon the base. And I hate to have to repeat myself like a broken record, but you have to play this game. If you're going to play night mode, you've got to be prepared to take on lots of different base designs with, ideally, different attack strategies. Now, there is occasionally a unicorn in the clan, that guy who is always going to attack with the same exact strategy, and he's doing pretty well. But for the most part, you need to have at least 2, maybe 3 different strategies. And right here, NS Brownie. Now, Brownie from our clan has pretty much patented, trademarked, copyrighted, personally reserved mass minions as his own. Now, he has changed things up just a bit, but early on, he was using mass minions with a huge amount of success. And as you can see right here, he's closing in on the first star, and he's used them to shear away the right side of this base so that the battle machine will have that straight shot to the builder hall. Now, of course, the crushers are still in the way, but as you can see, if you come from the kind of the bottom right, maybe around 3 or 4 o'clock right now, the battle machine would be able to get to, well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's going to come from the top right. Honestly, I'm not sure where he's going to come from, but his plan is to get 2 stars, and you would think that I probably wouldn't show this replay unless he ended up getting 2 stars, right? So let's just wait and see what he does. Now, from the bottom right, it's going to go after the air bombs. Looks like top right, he's going to try to take out that crusher with these remaining minions. It's not quite going to happen, but it's going to be close, and that's going to leave the rest of it for the battle machine to take care of, and that's like barely anything. So you've got the battle machine on his way in. Obviously, he will path to the builder hall pretty directly after he gets to that crusher. The crusher is going to get 1 shot off on him, but then again, he's got his regenerative ability that Brownie has saved until after the crusher impacted him once, which I think was a wise move right there, because he didn't take any damage way out on that wall. And that is another reason that mass minion can be pretty effective, because by the time the battle machine is stuck up against a wall, because of the minions, he's likely not taking any damage from defenses on the other side, and you don't really have to worry about that time that he is spending banging up against a wall. Even if it is a maxed out wall, he's going to take little or no damage, and Brownie ends up with a 71% 2-star. Now, here we go. This is Eclipse. Different than the Eclipse that you might know. This is Eclipse OMG. He is a Twitch streamer, and he is also using mass minions. So at Builder Hall 6, 40 minions, 4 camps of minions moving in, and this against 3 short archer towers. Those shorty archer towers with that limited range, as you can see, let Eclipse get to all sorts of buildings before he has to deal with any sort of damage at all. So, way to go, Bird. Good job, Eclipse. Grab it. No, that's his thing. He says Bird. I just wanted to try to throw that in there. It didn't really work, so I apologize. But anyway, so he's got 27% damage. He's got 28 minions left. Again, part of the key to this attack is trying to carve that path to the builder hall, because again, you want to shoot for 2 stars whenever possible. High percentage 1 stars, they're okay, but even a lower percentage 2-star is going to get you the win most of the time. But again, I wouldn't show a low percentage 2-star right here. Eclipse is going to wreck this base, and we're going to watch how he does it. Beautiful right here. Drops in a bunch of minions, and they get that archer tower down with that long distance shot. So the archer tower down on the outside, getting closer and closer all the time, and with that archer tower down, these other structures are vulnerable to the minion attack because they're just barely out of range of the air bombs, the firecrackers, and that other archer tower off to the bottom left. So what you're really looking at here is a strategy within a strategy. Different than Brownie's attack, Eclipse specifically targeted that archer tower, took it out, and that left the other buildings unprotected. So you're targeting a single structure, taking it down, and that opens up wider parts of the village for you to come after. Now in comes the battle machine, and you'll notice he still has 21 minions left. He has over half of his minions remaining. Once again, not taking a lot of damage now on the outside. He is out of range of the double cannons, and of course, the crushers are on the far side of the builder hall. So this is also a pretty common strategy for any sort of attack, especially ground attacks, trying to come on the side that the builder hall is exposed rather than protected by the crushers. So the last of the minions are down on their way. Here comes the battle machine. He's down to just about losing that battle machine, but somehow gets off another ability. The double cannon on the left-hand side goes down to the minions. The double cannon on the right-hand side is eventually going to take that battle machine down. But 83% damage, and now the minions having their way with the builder hall. Awfully late, but they still get the job done. One or two more structures are yet to go down. The archer towers sitting there all by themselves, pretty much helpless until the end of this attack. 92% 2 stars. Eclipse leaving behind only the 2 archer towers and the air bombs. So we'll move on to another player from, yes, you guessed it, Night Mode Clash. This is Nick, Plants vs. Zombies. Well, Nick PVZ, I cannot help it. Every time I see his name, I think Plants vs. Zombies. Okay, so Nick with another slightly different strategy than what we saw before. A rainbow of minions. A double rainbow all the way across the sky of minions. And the battle machine only level 7. Moving in, getting through those walls. And another very effective attack. You'll notice the air bombs on the bottom right never really becoming a factor for the massive number of minions on the left-hand side. And sure enough, they wipe out the near crusher before the battle machine gets there. That lets the battle machine path straight to the builder hall, taking down the builder hall for the 2nd star. And now a few more structures again going down, as you can see. The only thing that stands between Nick and a 3-star right here is the cannon that is behind that wall, and then of course the air bombs, and that's going to take care of the last units. Just one beta minion remains, but it is single-handedly going to grab 15% of this village, as you can see. Until it gets within range of the air bombs, it is pretty much going to have its way with all of these structures leading up to the air bomb. So we go into fast forward mode because we don't want to sit here and watch all this, as it's going to take a lot of time to get it done. But you can see 30 more seconds. We went into fast forward, 4 times speed, and sure enough, it's going to be an 86% 2-star. Well done by Nick, Plants vs. Zombies from Night Mode Clash. So we'll move on to another replay. Again, mass minions effective against certain base designs, but not every base. We've seen mass minion work against a base where all of the archer towers were set to long range, and then against where all the archer towers were set to short range. This one is a mix of the two, and another common base design that was actually more common a couple of weeks ago at Builder Hall 6. This is VA Body Droppa from Night Mode Clash, moving in with 4 camps of minions, and again, this time a slightly more controlled deployment. Precision minion drops, taking out all of those outer structures that are unprotected. As you can see, he's leaving that top of the village alone, where that longer range archer tower is waiting to take down any minions in the area. And sure enough, the first camp of minions has taken out nearly a quarter of this base. As he starts dropping more, you can see he's working his pathway in towards the builder hall from the bottom here, trying to get those structures out of the way, and it actually is working as a funnel. You can see the inner structures inside the walls starting to go down, and that's going to help create that path for the battle machine to head in after the builder hall right away. Now, of course, the double cannon, a critical structure, but look how he's taking the archer towers down, and with impunity. Those minions get in there, and they're going to crush the double cannon on the left-hand side. That was the most important structure to get down. Now the multi-mortar goes down. They're in there after the roaster. The roaster trying desperately to hold off all of these minions. The roaster goes down as well. There is the 1st star for 50%. And Nick finds himself with enough minions to get the builder hall down without even needing the battle machine. Sure enough, they target the builder hall from the bottom of the base. There it is, any second now. Wait for it. It's going to happen. And there we go. Okay, so 2nd star, 53% damage, and now the battle machine just in to grab a few extra percentage points. Ideally, he would like it to kind of path around and take down these low hit point structures after the gold mine, but instead, it goes up against the wall. That's going to take a while to get through the wall. Then the cannon, a couple more structures, but a very solid attack here from Body Droppa, dropping this base, dropping a 2-star attack rather on this base, 65%. So mass minions, are they the best attack out there? Of course not, but it is possible to find the right base where mass minions are going to be very, very effective. We will move forth with other mass unit attacks in future episodes. Always appreciate your feedback, your input on what else you would like to see. You guys are the true Gala fam, and I appreciate every last one of you. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Get out there and make every attack a full attack.
Galadon.
Peter, enough. You want to talk at the end of my videos? Make your own video, okay?
Well, fine. I will then.
Do it.
I will.
Okay.
I am.
Go ahead.
I'm going.
Then go.